Is he coming?
Arno's question fades unanswered and...
So, we have to do this without him.
It wouldn't make a difference. He's not coming. A simple question of... He figures he's in the clear with Rondane now that it...
Sadly, I cannot say that I'm surprised. It's just that I hoped for... After everything that happened during those first few days of peace, I think he just wanted...
Have you known him for a long time?
Since the... Wilt was on the run from his regiment after killing. One morning my unit swept through a small town near
You didn't kill him?
I knew he was not one of ours, but something about his... I too deserted and we survived.
He didn't go home afterward?
Wilt cannot go home. He lives like the lost... He tried swapping Vienna for Jew.
I was tough on him earlier.
If you're worried you upset him, I wouldn't waste your time. He doesn't let much get to him anymore. Now, we should move.
Smoke bellows from the colossal lip of the cooling tower.
Keep going. We need to find access to the lower levels.
Arno spits roughly, his throat coated with...
Whatever is inside, it's not a small-scale operation. The factory appears to have its own source of power.
Now and then, human voices echo throughout the metal shafts.
We should be careful. It'll be harder to deal with any guards now that Wilt isn't around.
A cacophony of whirring, hammering and drilling reverberates down the factory's corridor.
Some of this reminds me of an automobile plant. But the dimensions of the components suggest something much bigger and heavier.
The squeal from nearby loudspeakers pierces the din. The tannoy transmits a sharp...
Day 264 of Project. Night shift announcement. Special service disruption has been resolved. Maintain second order. Announcement. Quality must be assured. Announcement. Testing safety is paramount. Report cartridge leaks immediately. Announcement. All workers to down tools for a special method.
I would like to reassure our workforce that despite your work is essential for the continued safety of resident populations. Only Rondane technologies can offer the required deterrent to would-be. Consequently, I am delighted to announce that we will soon...
Unscheduled announcement.
The tannoy clicks off, and the approach of hurried and tense voices follows immediately. Siska looks to Arno to quell her panic, but finds only her own dread reflected in his frantic breathing. Arno stirs to the rasp of a dead-bolted. Siska lies inert on a bench in the corner. Even the heavy door swings open, and the room...
Welcome to our facility. Though uninvited, we are not...
Siska has come to her senses. and with effort, sits up as she...
Not very talkative, I see. I guess we have here the young firebrand.
Ignaz? I thought he had left Vienna.
Oh, he tried. No doubt with some degree of help from you.
Are they alive?
My dear, what do you take us for? We are in the...
What purpose does this secret facility...
We make no secret of it, old man. We are proud to be one of the world's... The war left some terrible scars. I think, luckily, one way or another, these idealists were defeated.
You build weapons?
We don't build, Arno. Our work operates on a higher... Only fear is powerful enough to deliver us along the route. I gather that you yourself have extensive experience in this field.
I did not choose where my skills were put to work.
We could use your expertise round here.
With those words, Torvik is swiftly out, with the sound of his footsteps receding. Siska becomes acutely aware of her.
I've heard enough from Torvik Banor for today.
Siska slips a hairpin from the sole of...
My, impressive.
Wait, if what Torvik said is true,
I don't see any other option.
I know better than most what these machines will... When you look upon it, you see only steel levers. I see ripped and flayed flesh, scattered like... I cannot leave while this place continues to function. We must...
I spent all my life designing things to work well. I suppose it shouldn't be too hard to do the opposite for a few hours. Let's move before I change my mind.
We must not quit! We must not quit! We must not quit! Do you mind? We must not quit. We must not quit. Do you mind? What is it? We must not quit.
believe they're manufacturing their own vehicles to transport and launch this. This upper deck houses a central assembly computer, the master control over the...
Arno surveys the large computer unit before scanning the room.
It's big, but maybe we can load the mainframe computer into...
What about the workers? I want to destroy this place, Arno, but I'm not going to murder...
It's a difficult decision. Maybe we could trigger an evacuation alarm first. Wirt came up with that trick a few days ago.
What is it?
Arno scurries from the upper deck to the lower and flips open the safety. He works quickly, his fingers flying across the switches in a blur.
Almost done. Now we just need to ignite the furnace by adding the molten zinc from the crucible.
You must not quit. Do you mind? They'll never win. Do you mind?
We must not quit.
Instinctively, Arno locates the clunky hinges of the crucible slowly tips under its own momentum, until moments later, the molten...
Excellent. Now, if we can disable the cooling system of the main tower, that should...
Arno, why did Torvik mention...
It is not something which I like to talk. Because of my engineering, I went from making compounds for medical... For the most part, I saw nothing of the consequences of my act. It was only in the last months of the war when...
You designed bombs?
Bombs, bullets... Looking back, maybe I had a choice. I justified my actions by convincing myself I had no alternative. Today I have a choice. Let's get to work.
Do you mind? We must not quit. What is it?
Okay. I need to recalibrate the cooling system pressure. You will want to leave as soon as
How will you get out?
Don't worry, I'll be right behind you after I finish removing the pressure stabilizer sockets.
Siska watches as Arno collects the 3 master valve keys from the control panel and then studies the valve blueprint. Siska scrambles up the steps. She glances behind her at Arno, who calmly tinkers with the control panel of a large... The handrail is scalding. The steel cladding of the tower's wall warps and...
Arno! Arno!
The roar of the flames is deafening. He scurries between the cooling valves of the machinery, bolting each one. The heat stings Siska's eyes and they well with tears. He won't make it. She knows he won't make it. Yet still she lingers. Finally, she turns away and stumbles from the burning chamber. Outside, the factory's fleeing workers gather in the lower courtyard. Siska coughs and hacks as her lungs expel the noxious fumes. She staggers off, pausing for a final desperate look at the door of the burning building.